Hey boos, in this video I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss.
Oh, hell no.
An already delayed plane was sent back to the gate after a female passenger became disruptive while her dog was loose in the aisle. Jim Murray has details.
Sit down!
It's the flight from hell. Fed up passengers are on edge. One passenger is arguing with the flight attendant as she lets her dog run loose down the aisle.
Sit down!
To make matters worse, they had already been baking on the plane for 2 hours as temperatures outside reached 101 degrees. Just as the American Airlines flight from Atlanta to Chicago was getting ready to take off, passengers said the woman got into an argument with the flight attendant after she allegedly refused to put the seat in an upright position, which is required of everyone. The angry passenger confronted the flight attendant. You can see her dog loose in the aisle. Other passengers have had enough. Once she returns to her seat, the cursing continues.
We all just want to go home.
Y'all want to go home too, because it's going to be a problem when we get to Chicago.
No, we're going back to the gate. We're not going to Chicago.
Oh, no.
So who is this passenger? Her name is Ariana Fletcher. She's 21 and she's a model with 165,000 followers on Instagram. When she was finally escorted from the plane, just listen to the boos and cheers from fellow passengers. She confirmed her identity on her Facebook page. Yes, this is me. Don't play with Prince. Prince is her dog. Michael Nash took the video.
I just wanted to go home, so anything to get that plane up into the air, I was happy.
Sit down!
The plane finally did take off after a 4-hour delay. Fletcher wasn't arrested, and she was later rebooked on another flight.
It's Yanni, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Ariana Fletcher. She recently posted a video to her YouTube channel titled The Real Ariana Fletcher. Now, she's been getting a ton of backlash because she recently went on a rant, and she was lashing out at her baby's father, G Herbo, on his birthday. And a lot of people gave her a lot of hate. She received a lot of hate on Twitter. There were some YouTube videos, drama channels highlighting her behavior over, the whole birthday thing. And I'm not going to get into that today. I really wanted to talk about why she behaves the way that she behaves whenever it involves her baby's father, G Herbo. And I want to really encourage young women not to follow in her footsteps, because she could have prevented all of this if she would have known better. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that she is young and that she is a young mom at that, and she's going to make mistakes. I'm not going to sit up here and create excuses for this woman because her behavior is unacceptable. And the only reason that she gets away with it is because A, she's a woman, and B, she has pretty girl privilege. She gets a ton of passes, and the only reason that she gets these passes is because this generation is driven by a slay. If a woman can slay, they don't care about people of today, women of today, young girls of today. They don't care about anything else. They don't. They will find an excuse or a reason to give an individual a pass, all for the sake of a slay. So I'm not going to be focusing too much on her antics. I really want to focus in on why she has these antics and why she carries herself the way that she carries herself. With that being said, I was pretty spot on with my original video. This girl has been through a lot. She's lost her brother. Her father was never around. Her mom worked multiple jobs, so she was barely there. And then at one point, her brother was raising her for a little bit before he passed. So this girl has been through a lot. And then not only that, she was building men for love.
Didn't really have no money for real, for real. I was, like being like trying to be, well, I was basically a fucking stay-at-home girlfriend, got pregnant. But my fucking I had like had my baby and shit. And then I just was sitting one day thinking, I'm like, I can't do this shit no more. I can't just be the fuck like these niggas is, you know. I ain't got time. It was because even the relationship before that, I was like, I always told myself, like, that's why I never let my hair business go. I never wanted to.
She also mentioned several times throughout the video that she lived with 2 Chicago rappers, and I'm sure one of them was G Herbo, and she kept implying that she wished she never would have moved in with them. And not only did she move in with them, but she also moved in with their mothers. So she was living with her then, or at the time, boyfriend and his mom. So I found that to be interesting. But the number one thing that I wanted to point out from all of this is that the ride or die chick for Ariana, because she would be considered a down chick, she would be considered a ride or die. She didn't get, like, Ari didn't get anything. Like, she was building with these men for years, and now damn near every day on social media she has to see her ex treat another woman better than when he treated her. And not only that, she has to watch him become successful, and she has to watch him succeed, and she has to watch him basically flourish, all because she was there for him when he didn't have anything. She encouraged him when he didn't have anything. And now the only thing that she has from the struggle love period that she endured with this man, G Herbo, is her son. And I think that that's hard on any woman. And thanks to social media, it's almost like she can't heal because she constantly sees it over and over again every time she gets on social media. And she doesn't have to follow G Herbo. She doesn't have to follow Tiana on Instagram. They post them constantly on the Shade Room. And honestly, my advice for her would be to log off of social media. I understand that's probably how she makes majority of her money, by her social media presence, but maybe she should take a break and really go to therapy and take care of herself first, and then somehow make her way back to social media.
Oh, wait.
You should have made my plate here.
No, bitch, you should have waited for all the motherfucking food.
Get the fuck up, you.
Bitch, now you ain't getting no motherfucking cornbread since you want to keep fucking playing with me,
Yeah,
hoe.
bitch start cooking, now you think you some type of fucking superior.
This all her getting since you want to act like this all you get. This is his meal right here. Since you want to fucking play.
Another thing that I want to point out, the reason that Ariana Fletcher goes in on Tiana so much on social media, when in reality Tiana has nothing to do with any of this, the reason that she does it is because A, she is definitely insecure, but she's also constantly being compared to her. She's constantly being compared to the new woman in G Herbo's life. And for any woman, that can be hard to deal with. So she lashes out because she doesn't know how to manage her emotions. Her emotions control her. She doesn't control her emotions. And so we see a lot of her lashing out at Tiana as this toxic behavioral thing, but it's because she's just simply not in control over her emotions. She's not in control of the fact that she's insecure. She's not in control of the fact that she doesn't like the idea of Tiana reaping all of her benefits, because she helped build G Herbo and she influenced him. A woman's influence is what helped build him, even if she didn't help him financially, or maybe she didn't do his laundry, or whatever the case, or maybe she didn't write his rhymes. She was there to influence this man, whether it was good or bad. She influenced this man some way, somehow, to where he is the man that he is today. And that's what she's having such a hard time with emotionally, is watching her reap all of her benefits.
Oh, lads, you talking too fucking much. You need to just start shutting the fuck up sometimes. For real. Talking too much. Start shutting the fuck up. Saying some stuff you be saying you don't be having to say. You just
Bitch, I can say whatever the fuck I want to say.
Start shutting the fuck
No,
up.
bitch, you start shutting the fuck up. Watch your fucking mouth.
Another thing that I want to point out is that this woman was verbally and physically abusive. So the fact that G Herbo is in a happy relationship and it looks to be healthy as well, I'm not surprised. This woman was verbally abusive, she was physically abusive, and she was able to get away with it because she's a woman and she has pretty girl privilege. Some would consider her to be the baddest. I don't get into all of that because honestly, I view a woman in her character, and her character, it's just not, it's not of substance. You know, weave, makeup, lashes, nails, all of that stuff will fade over time because it ages. But beauty is substance. It's what you hold within inside. And she just holds a lot of anger and a lot of bitterness. And men are not going to respect this type of stuff. Like, men are not going to respect women like this. You could have the fattest ass in the world. They're not going to respect you because you don't respect yourself. If she respected herself, she would change her ways. And if she wanted better quality men, she would change her ways. She would also change the way that she carries herself on social media. She does a lot of things on social media for attention. And again, men of means, men of great quality are not going to go for this type of behavior. So a lot of times I'm sure that her and G Herbo would get into it based off of the things that she would post to social media. And I don't know if she would do it for likes and attention, but it's like, men are never going to respect this. Men of real substance, they don't respect this type of stuff because it's not about what you're doing. It's about men viewing it and how they're viewing it. And unfortunately, men, they're visual people. And so they're going to sexualize this type of stuff. And men are not okay with that. So if you're trying to attract a man, and if you're trying to attract a man of quality, I wouldn't post this type of stuff to social media. Social media is just that. It's social media. But if you are wanting to attract a man of means, please don't post this type of stuff to social media, okay? Because where has it gotten her? Let's take a look to see where it has gotten her. Her posting that type of stuff to social media, where has it gotten her? It hasn't gotten her anywhere for real. And another thing, I don't like to compare these two women, but I have to call it out. Tiana doesn't post that type of stuff. Tiana doesn't do things for attention. She will do it for a nice slay. She'll post her picture and she'll move on. But Arianna, she does it for the attention. And it's because she's insecure. So it didn't really get her far. And a lot of things didn't get her far. Her building a man, her struggling with the man, her giving a man a child before any real commitment, it didn't get her far. So these are things that I wanted to point out because on social media, mainly Instagram, it's praise. And it's like, are y'all not seeing the reality? Because this is a woman that needs help. She's trying to raise a son and she's not even emotionally or mentally stable. She can't control her emotions. And she's single. And whenever she does enter into a relationship, it's toxic. So these are things that I really wanted to point out because her whole life is glamorized, but it's like, I see right through all of it. And it's not a life that you really want. She can definitely change her life around and be a better mom to her son. And hopefully one day enter a healthier, stable relationship, probably the best one that she's ever had, if she simply takes time out of her life to be by herself and work on herself and better herself to be a better woman.
People always be saying like, I'm so crazy and all of this shit. But why would I change that, me being crazy? Me being myself, if it's crazy, whatever. But if I change who I am, then I'll just be just like everybody else. Turning on Hollywood and shit. But I'm crazy because I'm myself, I guess, so. I'm definitely working on my anger issues. I'm trying. I'm only 24 years old. I have a really bad anger problem and I can't control myself. And I've been doing fucked up shit lately to people. And not really to people, but I've been doing bad stuff and I don't know. I just be flipping out on people. I go crazy. I can't. It's stuff that I should react to or stuff that I should get mad about, but I'm the type of person who I go the extra mile. Can you open this for me, Nina? I go the extra mile and I like, you know how you be like somebody pinch you and you hit them with a car? That's like the definition to me. Thank you, ma'am. You couldn't tell me that I take it all the way there. with everybody, like, and it's just it's bad. I need to control my temper because I'm getting way too old.
So I'm going to wrap up this video by asking, what can you learn from Ariana Fletcher? She helped build a man, she struggled with a man, and she had a man's child. However, she didn't get any benefits. And now she's dealing with all of this emotionally, and social media is not helping, of course. But what did you learn from her situation, and what can you take away from this video? Comment it down below. And also, another thing that I wanted to point out, I think the main reason that Ariana lashes out is because her lack of boundaries. She doesn't have any, for real. And she has these expectations, but these expectations that she has for people, it kind of is one of those type of situations where her expectations aren't being met, so she's let down. And so then she lashes out at people in frustration and anger. But I think if she would focus more on boundaries and set those boundaries and stick to those boundaries, I don't think she would lash out as much. And she even said it in her long rant, I've been trying to be the cool baby mama, and maybe being the cool baby mama isn't what she needs to be. Maybe she needs to set boundaries and stick to those boundaries, and maybe that would help her with, you know, not lashing out as much and not going crazy every time her expectations aren't met and she's left disappointed. So that's just what I wanted to point out. It's something that I personally learned this summer, that I don't really need expectations, but I definitely need boundaries, and I'm just going to stick to those boundaries. And if people can't meet those boundaries, then I can move accordingly. So that's all that I have regarding this video. And if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I upload, and I'll catch you in my next one.